Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. The temperatures will be noticeable, yet the roof is wide open. It's the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting the start for Arizona, Zach Gallen. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Just missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chopped left side. Perdomo whips it to first. 1 out in the top of the first.
Batting second. Right
now
fielder,
it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Gallen. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Out to short. Oh, great stop from his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out.
Batting third, center fielder Jackson Merrill.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Strike 2. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
In the air to left center. And that's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound in this one, German Marquez. What do we have on him?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one fouled off. 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. This one in the air center field. Merrill under it. And there's one away.
Batting second baseman Ketel Marte.
Well struck right field, carrying well. And that's up onto the walkway and out of here. He circles the bases. The Diamondbacks score first. It's 1-0. 1 down. This is Corbin Carroll.
part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
No. Marquez maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
He makes the grab, 2 away.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
On a line out towards center. And that is that. Back here in the desert, here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Manny Machado. The 0-1. Fastball is outside. And a foul ball. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
Here's a 1-1. Out to short. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Here's Miguel Andujar.
Miguel Andujar.
Ball inside.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Just missed. In the dirt. (2-0). Ground ball left side and foul ball. The 2-1. Out towards left center. He's got it, and that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. 0-1 down. That one almost got him.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that is out of play. Goes down looking.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Strike. Woo.
And now the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate.
That's out the corner.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Jorge Barrosa, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Ground ball right side. On to Bogarts. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in the desert, here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin.
Freddie Fermin.
This one in the air, center field. Thomas moving under this one. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Jakes Cronenworth.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
In the dirt, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Padres.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Laureano comes up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Hit by pitch. First base.
Up next for the Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one not close. And the count even 1-1. And that one hammered. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. He'll circle the bases. And the Padres take the lead. It's 2-1. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Merrill wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. One challenge remaining for them now.
That's the ball.
2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the inning, Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one. Popped up first base side. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, catcher Aramis Garcia.
Ball. Ball two.
The 2-1. Line drive to short and caught. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Perdomo in his 5th season, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That's off the inside corner. Ball one. On the ground right side, Cronenworth gets him easily, ends the inning. Start of the 4th. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Manny Machado.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one fouled hard the other way.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That to right. Carroll on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Padres, shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
Ball one to Bogaerts. And that's in there at the knees.
Ball two.
Strike two. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Tap back to the mound. The flip, nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Miguel Andujar. Hit by a pitch his first time up. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-0.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. That was foul, and he'll see another. Now he breaks his bat. Vargas. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the fourth, an outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Del Castillo in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Runner on the move. Line drive. He's got it.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Move over to first, try to keep him close. Vargas batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
To the right side. Play made, that ends the inning. Back here in the desert, we go to the top of the fifth. Ty France now at the plate. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air to left center. Thomas has a beat on it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
Foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 down, base is empty. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. He's 0 for 1.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. That's down and in.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Nope, that's off the plate. Whoa.
That missed by a lot, and it's 3-0.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
There's the strike. That one catches the corner for a strike. One away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Jorge Barrosa.
Oh.
That's in there, and the count is 1-2. Stays alive.
Oh.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Alec Thomas now 0 for 1 so far. Ground ball up the middle. Bogarts handles the chance. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Just a good job putting the ball in play and then busting down the first baseline. Beat the throw pretty easily.
Runner takes off. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Lead runner around second, and that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Perdomo, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3 balls and a strike.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
That one misses, and that's ball 1. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
In the air, right field. Tatis in position. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. All set for the top of the sixth. Now the DH for the Padres, Ramon Laureano. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a ground ball, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. A great play deep in the hole.
Up next for the Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Two outs, base is empty. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. And a big swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Oh.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. The other way, and foul ball. Next pitch misses. Full count now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run.
Swings through it for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That one missing inside. And he walked him. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk.
Designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
And fouled off. The Diamondbacks with the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
This one in the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Got him swinging for the K, and the runner holds.
Up next for the Diamondbacks,
Jason Adam on the pitch here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Quick toss to first, and he's back safely. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Grounder might be two. Slings to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Now pitching
So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Taylor Clark.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
On the ground to third. Gets to it with a slide. To first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play.
Up.
That's in there. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging. Now 2 out. So up next, Miguel Andujar. 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one ripped. And that'll do it. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 7th, Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Left field, way back there. And in one hops the wall. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
High fly ball, right field. Tatis on the move, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
1 out man at first, and now the center fielder, Alek Thomas. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The D-backs with the go-ahead run at the plate here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Diamondbacks,
Adrian Morejon comes on now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
That one the other way, and this one could be extra bases. Arenado around third. The relay to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. We are tied at 2.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Perdomo up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Two down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair. Fires to the plate. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Well, it's just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Perdomo leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Oh. 2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Swing and a ball popped up. Fermin under it. And that ends the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Hoffman. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Ty France digs in now.
Ty France.
Ball, hot.
Looking to get the tying run on base. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Thomas quickly gets it back in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So the tying run at second, outside low, and the count is 1-1. On the ground to third, base hit. Flying around third is France. The relay, he'll score, and the Padres tie the game. It's 3-all. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. And that one fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in.
Up next for the Padres, the designated hitter, Ramon Laureano.
Just missed.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Ground ball could be 2. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Swing, and he popped it up. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back here at Chase Field, now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That misses. Ball one.
Oh.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And a key out leading off the bottom of the eighth.
Designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
Oh.
All tied up here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Missed with a changeup, and a count now 2-0. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss there. That's out to center field. And that quickly, 2 away.
Now pitching for San
New
Diego,
pitcher now,
number
Ron
97.
Marinaccio.
Ron
He's been someone, at least in the
Up
early
next
going,
for
that they've
the
leaned on.
Diamondbacks,
Next, the
first
switch hitting
baseman,
first baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. 0 for 3 in this one.
Bad one. Oh.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That's the ball.
Three, 2 now. Fights it off. You'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Payoff pitch. And he walked him. The terrific battle at the plate. And now he's aboard as the potential go-ahead run.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
In the air, left field. That is the inning. Back here in the desert, all set to start the 9th in this one. Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit. That misses, and that is ball 1.
Now you get to this part of the order, Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
No, he held up. Late swing, foul to the left. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And the go-ahead run is on base. Now quick throw to first. Merrill back on a dive. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. And another ball. In there at the knees.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw safe. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. That's a strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. And in the ninth, they take the lead.
Really nice job staying up.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Kevin Ginkel.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. And that one in the air center field. Thomas takes it in for the out. One down. One out man at first. Miguel Andujar, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Ginkel, in his 6th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Pitch kicks away. And now a man into scoring position.
Up next for the Padres, first baseman Ty France.
Oh!
Man on second, 2 down.
That's a ball.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man at second. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two on the way. That's inside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
First and second, 2 outs. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Next offering is foul back. Stays alive. Two on, two outs. On the ground to the left. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
Now pitching for San
Back
Diego,
now, and on the
19.
mound, the closer, Harper Leverett. A chance at his first save of the year.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, center fielder, Alex Thomas.
That one misses. Ball one. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Late on that fastball. Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, catcher Aramis Garcia.
Swings and misses. Strike one. Late with the swing there.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Oh, 0-2 now. Rolled over to third. Machado fires in time. Diamondbacks
Up
down
next
to their
for
final
the
out.
Diamondbacks.
Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. 2 down, nobody on. And the home team trying to pull it out. Here's a 1-1. On the ground, right side. Cronenworth. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Padres hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget.
Welcome into Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Saturday baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Here's Ramon Laureano. And with that, we're underway here in the desert. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
Batting second, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
No. Up.
Here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Jackson Merrill stands in here, takes ball one low. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He makes the grab.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Quick move to first. Tatis dives back in. The 0-1. And Manny gets a piece. The 0-2.
That's away.
Tatis off of first with 2 away. In the air, right field. Carroll on his way over, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for San Diego in this one, German Marquez. What do we need to know here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one is lifted in the air on Duhar. Should have this one. And there's one away.
Batting second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Huh.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Machado over to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. This is Corbin Carroll.
No, that's a ball.
Right through there for a strike. That's outside. 2-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. That one 95 to finish him off. Back here at Chase Field, on now to the top half of inning number 2. Here comes X to the plate.
Strike. Woo. Oh.
Bogart swings through that one. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. No score here in the second. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1. That one to first. Vargas takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
First baseman,
2 down,
Ty
base is
France.
empty. And now the first baseman, Ty France. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Up.
And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 3. Back here in the desert, bottom of the second. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Adrian Del Castillo.
There's a swing and a drive. Into the corner, but foul. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A solo shot. The Diamondbacks score first. It's 1-0. Fought off foul. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Fouled off left side.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Cronenworth throws on to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Slice to right, fair ball. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Jorge Barrota.
Pulls that one foul. Fouled off. He was late. Arenado, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two down. Outside. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now here is Alec Thomas. One out. Runners at first and second. That's too low. Ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Catcher, Aramis
2 aboard, 2 outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Aramis Garcia. Swings through that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Two on, 2 outs. And takes low for ball 1.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Safe! And a runner from second scores on the play. And they take a 2-run lead. One now. In the dirt. Down to second, but he dances back in safely. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No, that's a ball.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Outside low. 2-2. That one missed. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting ninth, second baseman Jake Cronenworth.
That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Smoked into left, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Laureano comes up to hit. The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 3. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Junior.
Fouls away the first offering.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Swing and a foul out of play.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there.
Up next for the Padres, center fielder Jackson.
All loaded up. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Golden opportunity right here. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a pop-up. 2 down.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him. Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
That's the ball.
All loaded up. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Gets a piece and stays alive. Very high with that one. Ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they...
In there. Sets him down on strikes. Huge strikeout there. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Popped up left side. Machado moving under it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Hey!
That's a laser base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now here is Adrian Del Castillo. Close, but called a ball. And it's a ball and a strike. Carroll stands at first with 1 out. Quick toss to first, and he's back in there. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they take a 3-run lead.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now it's going to be Ildemaro Vargas. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. That one lifted to left on Duhar. Settles under it. And there's 2 away. Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Nolan Arenado.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Oh.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Outside. Full count now. To the right side, France. He steps on the bag. They limit the damage here. On to the 4th. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And there's a foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Whoa.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
For the Padres, left fielder Miguel Andujar.
That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Check swing called strike. That is strike 2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
France in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Hit on the ground to short. Perdomo. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Back here at Chase Field, bottom 4, Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Jorge Barrosa.
Well, these Diamondbacks doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Nope, that's off the plate. That's a ball.
Foul ball. Here's a 2-2. And they'll do it again. Out towards right center field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder, Alec Thomas.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Almost got him. And a foul ball.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Aramis Garcia.
No.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Back here in the desert, new inning getting started. Freddie Fermin now at the plate. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. To his knee, the throw on the money. Nice play.
Next for the Padres, second baseman Jake Cronenworth.
The Diamondbacks leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Padres, the designated
So the batting order turns over. Ramon Laureano, the next up for the Padres. He's 0 for 1. Strike on the inside corner.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Struck him out looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Now pitching for San
Pitching
Diego,
change here,
number 40,
Jason Adam.
Jason Adam.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him.
Leading off
Best case
for
scenario
the
might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. You know, these D-backs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And that drops in for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. This one in the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Swinging a foul straight back. Way inside, gets out of the way.
That's the ball.
Perdomo on at first, nobody out. Here goes the runner. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Carroll in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A 3-run shot, and they add to their lead. It's 6-0. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Wandy Peralta.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Last half of inning number 5.
Whoa.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second.
Up.
Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. So now with one away and a man at second. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Nolan Arenado, 1 for 2.
Oh.
And that's in there at the knees. Fouled off left side. Here's a 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there are 2 down.
For the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Jorge Barrosa.
Oh.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Man on second, 2 down. This one's smoked on its way out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0. So 2 down. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off.
Oh. Ball inside.
Swings through that high fastball.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Stays alive. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's fits? Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's 2 down. Now Machado up here.
For the Padres, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Strike one.
Pitch
No,
misses,
that's a ball.
and it's 1-1. Gloves it on the dive, throws from his knees, and very nicely done for the out.
Now pitching for San
So the
Diego,
Padres with a
number
new arm in the
72.
mound, Bradley Rodriguez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Geraldo Perdomo will hit next. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The D-backs up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez, 22 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. On a line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Pushed it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Now quick throw to first. And he's back in safely. Carroll stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Ripped on the ground to second, out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Bogarts now.
Shortstop, Xander Bogarts.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
You know, these Padres, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Thomas takes it in for the out, and there's 1 down.
Up next for the Padres, left fielder Miguel Andujar.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
Yep, ball 2.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Up next for the Padres, first baseman.
So a man aboard, Ty France, the next up for the Padres.
No, that's a ball.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in. 2 away now. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
That one fouled off. And that is out of play. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Cronenworth wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Fermin off of first with 2 away.
That's off the corner.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Adrian Del Castillo.
Adrian Del Castillo.
Nope, that's off the plate.
And another ball. That misses the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. And there's the automatic. Breaks his bat and pops it up. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, first baseman Ildemaro Vargas.
Huh.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2.
Oh.
Swing and a bouncer, and that's just foul. The 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. And it remains 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next one misses, and it's 3-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Fermin takes it in for the out. That's out number 2.
Up
Here's
next
Nolan
for the
Arenado.
Diamondbacks,
1 for 3.
third baseman Nolan
drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. And that one is off the wall. The relay to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder.
New pitcher on now, David Morgan. He's been so good against lefties.
Number 66, David Morgan.
A little bit high, and that's ball one. Man on second, 2 down. Oh, great stop. Over to first. What a play. Inning over.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Thompson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the order. Now it's the DH, Ramon Laureano.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. No challenges left for them now. The 1-0.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Hit softly on the ground to third. Arenado on to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. There's a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
That's the ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground, out to short. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 out, space is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oh.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they cut into the deficit. Two down, nobody on. Up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. Inning over. 2 across on this San Diego homer. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 8th, Alec Thomas getting ready to hit.
Alec Thomas.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Catcher Aramis Garcia.
That's a ball.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That's way outside. And now it's 3-2. On the ground.
Oh.
And it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nice grab. Onto the pitcher. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. So back to the top of the order. Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
That misses, and it's 1-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That clips the corner. And a foul ball. Payoff pitch. That's ball 4. Trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Ball 1 there. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. On the ground, right side, into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Carroll in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1.
That's a ball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. First and second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Perdomo around third. One run across, pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Del Castillo in the box, lays off for ball one. Two on, two outs. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One run is in. A second scores as well. It's a two-run single, and they now lead by 9. So a lefty out of the pen, Adrian Morejon. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Base hit. And the hits just keep on coming.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That one misses. Ball 2. And there's a ball. High fly ball, right field. Tatis under it. And the inning is over. Back here at Chase Field, here's Xander Bogaerts.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Nope, ball 1.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Thompson, the tall righty, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Xander Bogaerts blasts one out, and they cut into the deficit.
Now pitching for
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Kevin Ginkel. He last pitched 2 days ago. This one in the air, center field. Thomas gets under it, and there's one down. Next for the Padres, Ty France. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Nope, outside.
The 1-1. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Ball.
In the air out to center. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 down.
For the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. This one in the air, right field. Fair ball. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Padres,
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. And the 0-1. They're down to their final strike. In the air, right field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, a big win by 8 runs, and when you have that kind of lead, you make it easier for the pitching staff to come out, make their pitches, pitch to contact, and not worry about giving up the lead. So nice job today all the way around to get the W.